please drop the tree farm schematic. You're gonna drop the tree farm?
When is your farm out?
Hashtag drop the schematic for the tree farm dropping. Okay, so before we get into this farm, you guys do need 2 players to use this farm. Or 2 computers, I guess, like I did. But I feel like 2 players would be a lot easier. And yeah, so the first thing you want to do is make sure you're facing south and then put 2 2x2 dirt blocks like this. The reason why I have to face south is because the dispensers that are going to be like right here need to be facing south, or else the farm will not work. So yeah, now what you want to do is go diagonally 2 blocks like this on each side, and then just dig out this entire area and go 2 blocks down like this. Now we want to replace this floor with ice. So it should be looking like this. Now you're going to want to just temporarily put a block on where your dispensers are going to be. So for me, it's going to be right here, because this is where my south is. And then on this side, you're going to want to dig out 2 more blocks and also replace the floor with ice. Now you want to get your water and just put it on this side, and it should reach right under this block right here. Now you want to get your fence gates and place them on the last block of water. Just open all of them, and then place more water and 1 more row of fence gates. So you should have 1 empty block like this. And then you're going to place a water bucket on one side, which is going to lead into your storage over here. Now you can make the storage however you want, but I would recommend just making an auto sorter into a shulker loader, because that's the easiest way. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that because I already have a tutorial on that, so if you need to watch that, you can. Now you want to get your glass and just build about 20 blocks up. It doesn't matter that much, but yeah. And just go over these fence gates just like this. I'm only going to go 6 blocks up, but you guys should go like around 20, so that the trees can grow like all the way up and everything will fall into here. But anyways, now on the side with the dispensers, you're going to want to break your glass like this temporarily, just so you can, go in here and place whatever you want. You're going to place a dispenser on where you put the blocks. You break the block under it, and then underneath it, just add a redstone line like this. And you can put glass over the redstone, it will still work, so don't worry about that. And now put your hoppers facing into the dispensers, going 1 block outside of the glass, just like this. Now for your redstone, you can just connect it to a simple redstone clock, just like this. You can turn on to see that both the dispensers are making noises, so you can turn this off for now. And now for the hoppers, you're going to want to go 1 block up and then build 1 block outside the border, just like this. You can also cover these in case you don't want any items to get into here. And this is where the bone meal is going to be going, by the way. So now we have to make the bone meal crafter. So we're just going to place a hopper like this, and then just make a platform that looks somewhat like this. Doesn't have to be exact, but just something like that. Now I'm going to place a comparator outside this hopper, a block here. Then on this block, a redstone torch, comparator. 2 repeaters, 2 redstone. Just like this. Also make sure to toggle this comparator so it loops. And then just place a crafter here and make sure it's set to 1 slot, just like this. Now this is where your bone storage is going to be. You can make this however you want. I'm just going to make a few chests just like this, and then just fill it with bone blocks or bones. It doesn't really matter. So now you guys will see that it's crafting, and as soon as this is empty, it'll make more bone meal. So whenever your farm is full of bone meal, it won't craft extra bone meal and you won't be wasting any money. So yeah. So now we're going to make the minecart system. So on the other side of the dispensers, you're going to want to dig out a 2x6 glass wall, just like this, where you can reach all of the dirt, and then get your powered rails and just put a line of them just like this, and then just put a redstone torch somewhere next to it. Now also make sure that the block next to the rail is just a solid block. I'm gonna use logs, but you can use really whatever you want, it doesn't matter. You can also put a wall around it just to make sure that you don't somehow die while you're AFKing, just for extra safety. You shouldn't die, but just in case. So just like this. Now you want to get your minecart, and if you want to test it, you can get in, and the angle I would recommend looking at is going to be 0 and then around 4 or 4.1, and then you want to just hold down your mouse button and it should be working. So now we have to add the sapling dropper. So when you're going to be planting, you're going to automatically pick up some saplings so you never run out. So you're going to want to put 2 droppers just like this, go on the other side. You're going to want to place a block here, and then you can just connect this redstone to the redstone clock that we already made over there. And if you want, you can just turn it on to make sure that it's working. And as you can see, the tree has already grown My glass order isn't all the way up, but yours should be. This one isn't working because the bone meal hasn't reached it yet. So if we just wait a little bit for the bone meal to fill up, that will also be working. And now the only thing we have left to do is set up where the other account is going to be breaking the trees. So you want to do is place a block next to this dispenser over here. Get any type of trap door and just place it on this dispenser just like this. So you're going to go into crawl mode, and then you're going to want to align yourself so that you're not breaking the saplings, but if a full block is there, you'll be hitting the full block. So just like this. And you guys will notice that if you turn on the farm, this trap door will be like continuously flicking up and down, but that shouldn't really matter because if you're all the way down here, it won't affect you at all. So as you can see, it's flicking up and down and I'm not moving. Also, if you try using the farm before it's full, you guys will probably notice that some logs or saplings or sticks or something will end up in here. But if you guys just wait up for all the bone meal to fill up, this should never happen. So yeah, the last thing I'd recommend you doing is going over here to your sapling dropper and connecting this to your auto sorter so that whenever the farm drops saplings, it's going to get auto sorted, and the auto sorter is going to link into this sapling dropper, so you'll have infinite saplings. Okay, I did forget about this, but the last thing that we're going to need is to have an XP and food dropper. So whenever you're AFKing here, your axe won't break because it'll constantly be being mended by experience and you'll never run out of food. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to add a dispenser here. If you want, you can add a second one, but I don't think you really need it unless you're AFKing for like over 20 hours or something, because a stack of golden carrots in your offhand should last you like a really long time. Yeah, after you place this dispenser, we're actually gonna have to move this redstone down like 2 blocks. And now you can connect this dispenser to a redstone clock. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna place 2 redstone here. We're gonna have a redstone block here, and we're just gonna make a little platform here for the whole clock. You're gonna place 2 sticky pistons just like this, and then you just want to have set up something like this on both sides where you have redstone coming out of the sticky piston, out of a repeater and a comparator, and then just place 2 hoppers going into each other like this, and put the same thing on the other side just like this. And if you're playing on Donut SMP, you're gonna want to fill one of these hoppers with 5 stacks of like anything, but for me, because I don't have fast hoppers, I'm just gonna put 16 items in. And as you guys can see, if we just wait a second, that dispenser will get powered, and now we just have to add the storage for the XP bottles. Okay, so I just added a bit of storage, and I'm just going to fill up this chest with XP. This should last you a really long time, by the way, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. And now we should be done the farm. If you guys need any help with anything, join my Discord and ask me or my helpers. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and yeah.